Well, as you can see, spring has sprung here in central Pennsylvania. I'm so excited that the weather has been so lovely for the past couple of weeks. We've been having higher, warmer than normal temperatures, and it's just been so enjoyable. So I've already been out in the garden several times and thought I'd bring you along today and just show you a little bit of what I'm working on. This bed, I kind of left some things from last year just to kind of see what would happen, and it looks like quite a mess, but there's been some exciting things in here, and so I am working on digging up some of these flowers that self-seeded. They're very thick right now, and my goal is to thin them out and then transplant them to areas that I have daffodils. If you're not familiar, daffodils will bloom in the early spring. They're beautiful, they're cheerful. Unfortunately, then you have to let the greens die back naturally, and that sends the energy back into the bulb so that they will bloom again the next year. But they kind of look dreadful for a couple of months, it seems. And so I saw another flower farmer had this idea, and I just thought, why didn't I ever think of that? And she took some other flowers and planted them closely around those daffodils, so that as the daffodils are dying, other flowers are growing up, kind of concealing them. So that's the goal, and we'll see how it goes. So here's the bed. I just started working on this corner the other day, but you can see it is a mess of lots of Orlea. There's some old snapdragons, which I'm really excited about because it looks like some of them, I don't know if you can see that, some of them are growing. So I'm going to trim those down and see if they come back. There's weeds in there. There's looks like some trash. That's lovely. Some foil, corn husks, leaves, weeds probably, but they're very dense. I don't know. This is out of my bed. Here they are growing in the grass. And so it's just kind of a slow, painstaking job to separate them, but I think it's going to be worth it, and they're free plants, so I didn't have to use any seed or plant them. This is the peony bed where I've been trying to transform it into a bit more of a garden, and you can see, maybe you can see, I tried to make some kind of pathways through here. My plans have changed a little bit, but it'll still work. And so here's an area where I had already dug up the Orlea from the other bed and went ahead and transplanted them and put them all around this patch of daffodils. So I got one area done, but as you can see, I've got daffodils here and there and there and there, and some behind me as well. So I think it's going to be a good plan, but it may take me a little bit of time. Let me just show you real quick here our fairy house, or I guess it's a gnome home. Sorry, I messed up my words there. Scarlett and I worked on this. I should say Seth too. He did a lot of the work. He cut the tree down and built that roof for us and did all of this. So yeah, basically Seth did it, but Scarlett and I are claiming it. Unfortunately, it seems as though something keeps getting in here and messing up our pathway, and I, for the life of me, I'm not sure what would do that. My guess is a cat. I've seen a cat in this bed several times now, so I'm wondering if they're messing with me. Neighborhood cats. But anyway, I'm excited to see some of the bulbs planting, or some of the bulbs coming up that I've planted. They're coming along here, and let me show you a little bit closer. We tried to do a bit of a live roof, so we've got some sedum in there. That's this green stuff, and then some chicks and hens. I don't have as many of those, but hopefully in time they will multiply and really fill that space in. And it looks like we might have to put a little more soil in this year. But we just did that last fall, so we're excited. I have a couple of cute little gnomes that we're gonna put there as well, and some other decorations. Hopefully you can see this. I want to just show you why it's taking me so long and it's such a tedious job. For example, here's just a whole clump of them. But if you look closely down here, this is actually 2 plants. Can you see the difference there? We've got one here and one here. And then behind there, I mean, oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're just very densely planted, which I could just let them grow. They might not do the best, just because they're so thick that they would be competing for space and nutrients, but I could just let it go. But I just thought it would be better to reuse them in, you know, this positive way around the daffodils. So I've probably got like 20 plants laying here, so we better get them replanted in the ground. So in the fall, we had decided to make this, take away all the grass. I don't know if you remember, but we used the cardboard method. So we just left the grass, left all the sod where it was, and laid down some thick layer of cardboard, and then just put the mulch on top. So for now, I'm going to push away all of the mulch that I can, because I still want that to protect the area. So I'm doing away with the mulch, and underneath, that cardboard has dissolved now. Well, maybe not dissolved is the right word. Broken down, composted. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. So it's just really nice dirt under there. There's been a few spots that I've kind of run into. The cardboard is still remaining, but it's very mushy, and just kind of break it up, and it's been no big deal. So we just push all of the mulch back till we get down to the dirt. And remember, I'm trying to hide these daffodils. As you can see, they're going to be blooming soon. They're looking so good. I just planted them in the fall too. But I want to hide them, so I'm going to put Orlea in here pretty thick if I can. I'll put some on either side, but then I'm also going to plant it right in among them so that it grows up and kind of hides that. I'm going to call it greenery, but it's going to turn brown, and hopefully that'll be lovely. So they're very tiny seedlings at this point, so I'm just kind of work the soil, loosen it up a little bit. I see a little bit of cardboard remaining out here in the front, but just kind of loosen it, get it workable. It's been raining a lot here, so it's kind of muddy and soggy, but actually that's kind of good for these baby seedlings, in my opinion. I'm not going to worry about watering them. This dirt is good and moist, so they'll be fine for a few days, and then I think we're going to get rain later this week, so that'll just give them a chance to kind of get established before you soak them. And let me just show you how very tiny. That one's a pretty good size one. There's lots of them. So many. But these are very small, straggly looking seedlings. And I'm excited to see if this plan works. I think it will. I think it's going to turn out great. normally plant these maybe, I think it's probably like 6 inches apart, but I'm probably going to go closer than that. It's funny because I have actually struggled in the past to grow this flower. This is called Orlea. I'll try to put a picture up on the screen. It's very, very dainty, pretty, lacy flower. I think it's gorgeous, and it really helps out in my bouquets. But the funny thing is, like I said, I've struggled at times to get it to grow well. And this year, I don't know, it just took off. And it actually did fair during the season, but then it self-seeded so heavily. Hi. Uh-oh, what are you doing? Huh? You hanging out on this nice day? Hanging out with Scarlett? Scarlett's doing her homework. And then maybe we're gonna do a planting project together. Well, I got one section done of interplanting with the daffodils. I'm going to switch gears and plant a little bit with Scarlet, but I did go ahead and chop down all of the snapdragons and get some of the leaves and weeds out of this bed, so hopefully it looks better. It's pretty thick in this area with the Orlea, but as I went on it got thinner and thinner, so I don't feel as overwhelmed, but I think it's going to be a fun project. It's just a slow one. Alrighty, so we put these trellises in last year. Seth built this building, and I said, hey, as long as you get to build a building, I want some growing space on the back of it. So I'm a big fan of growing vertically. It really increases your growing space.
Yes.
And so last year I just grew flowers on it, and unfortunately some of the flowers I tried to grow, the seeds were incorrect, and I didn't actually fill out the space like I had envisioned. But anyway, I think we're just itchy.
Yeah.
We're really itchy to garden, and so we were at the store the other day and saw peas and carrots, and I was like, hey, our trellis would be so good for carrots. Or not
peas.
Carrots, peas. Show me a vining carrot. That would be so cool.
A vining carrot. Wow.
So, and then I had the realization, if you grow beans or peas, it actually adds nitrogen into the soil, and so these are a really fast growing crop. They should be done probably the middle of May or so, and so it's going to strengthen my soil, and then I'll put flowers in there for the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
So we have Alaska peas. They're a shelling pea, and we have a ton of them. And then I did get 1 pack of the sugar snap peas because Scarlett loves them. And then we also have some carrots. We have Danvers, Half Long, and Scarlet. Had to get them. So yeah, we're just gonna plant them along here and hope it goes well.
Yeah.
All right, so I think the plan will be I'll kind of rough the area up. I started doing it there. You plant the seeds and you can just follow me.
All right.
All right.
Alright, now we're going to go on to carrots, and we finished up all the peas. We did use a little bit less than we thought that we would, but just look how small the carrot seeds are. They're so tiny. Alright, and now we're just going to sprinkle them in the bed.
gonna do it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to show you some updates as things continue to grow and progress, and hopefully we'll be able to show you vines full of peas and be harvesting some carrots together in a few short months. Have a great day and let us know if you're planning a garden this year. Can't wait to hear about it. Bye.